Okay, now let me ask you this, because you and I talked about, because as you know, I talked to you about I'm writing a book myself this year, so I'll be writing solo, just this as you have, and I'm looking to also do some co-authoring. You have two books that you co-authored. I wanted to ask you, could you give us the title of
I,
one of them, the first one, and just let us know a little bit more about that book, and then your second one.
the first one was Habits of Success, and the second one was Game On. And I
Mm-hmm.
found, hey, it's a good way to meet other authors that way to get a peace of mind, how they think and how they flow. So when they're able to find a group of good people together that mirror thoughts or just show diversity, the book is interesting because you have a fluidity of how it's put together, but then you get to see divergence in thoughts and different stories. And sometimes it's just good to pick a book up where you can go 5, 6, 7 pages deep into somebody's thought, then switch on to the next one, because that's not always, people don't always have time to sit down and plow through one book in one author's mind. And so it's good to do both. When someone wants to pick a quick read up, say, let me learn about someone else. And it was helpful for me to learn other authors as well as be part of a group.
Because man, that's a huge group. I was
Yeah.
out because when I saw the first your first book, okay, I was looking for you, your name, and I finally found you. I think somewhere up top, somewhere. Then the second book, I said, okay, where is he? Where is he? I'm scrolling through looking for, because and I said, I'm looking forward to reading your books because I like co-author books, because you're right, you get different perspectives and you can really learn a lot. You're right, because then they've woven it and integrated together, and there's a theme there, but everybody's coming from their various perspectives, and I like that. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to reading your books. So you said, now you're if you were to tell me what's different about each one though, so everybody can understand your two books, what they what just an overview of each one, and we'll know before we actually go and pull that book to read it.
All right, so Habits of Success wanted, I guess, to more about what each person utilized that was a framework for how they succeeded and kind of their routines. Then
Mm-hmm.
Game On really talked about having endured the pandemic and what people did to either survive or maneuver through that process. And I kind of talked about, still my focus, that empathy mattered because you had to cross over into
Mm-hmm.
different domains and find out where people were losing, where people were winning. And then Succeed the Right Way, again, is more just kind of my, I would say in a short sense, memoir of how I feel it plays such an important role in business, and you can anchor yourself.
But what is it, would you say? You said, Marlene, this is what makes me stand out. This is what makes me different. In my books that have been published, this is me. This is what differentiates. And what would you
All right.
say?
That's a good question. I like to think that all authors are authentic when they put it in. It just, part of me feels that what I was sharing is something that's relatable to all people. And I feel deep down, despite how and what people go through, whether their fears or their egos control it, they innately feel some form of attachment to the way empathy and compassion matter. Now, how they connect that dot or how they find that spark to act with it, I feel what delays. So how I share may be a little divergent in there, but I feel it's, people can relate to it because it's somewhere laced in to what's being said.
And in let me ask you this: among within your business, and also even writing your books, what would you say if you had to just choose one particular challenge, though, Paul, that you could share with us today, that really made your life, that really turned everything around for you and helped you to make it to where you are right now? What, just a challenge that you faced? You said, I faced the challenge that was, this is what happened to me, and it really helped me. It impacted my life today and helped me to be more successful. What was that challenge? What was that challenge for you?
So I'll preface that as saying I've always gone up the rough side of the mountain. I don't know what the smooth side of the mountain looks like. So to pick one, to pick one would say there's a ton of them. So that may be it. I don't know what the smooth side looks like. But here recently, I know it's cliche to say never give up. Really, the anchoring, there's been many times that either my life has been almost taken and I've had to anchor on the Lord, on those things. And I'm a full believer in that faith. But even here recently, with all the stuff that may have been found, there was a point where I felt, hey, this thing is, I'm at the end. I need help, and we need help to further excel. And right when I thought I was just gonna give up, and that's something I have never done. I've just never quit anything.